I'm D'Angela.
And we're work spouses. Yep, you heard it right. But not the type that you're thinking of.
We realize you spend more time with people at work than you do with the people you love most.
We're going to discuss the interactions such as the games played at work, building the right and avoiding the wrong relationships. D'Angela and I, we're currently work spouses.
Join us each week as we testify, help, and complain about work in corporate America. Welcome back, coworkers.
And Happy New Year.
Woo! David, Happy New Year. It's a new year.
It is New Year, 2020.
Are you excited?
Yeah. This is going to be a good
New year, new me?
New Year, same me.
New Year, same me.
And that's what we're going to talk. We're going to talk
That's
about
the title?
Resolutions, yeah.
But before we get started, I thought that it would be festive that we pop champagne because this is our New Year's celebration. Yes. I don't know what you do on New Year's Eve, but this is what I do on New Year's Eve.
Oh, I pray.
So I got. You said you pray? I pray too. I went to church at 12 o'clock and then I partied up at 12 a.m. Right. 12 p.m. service, 12 a.m. service. And I have some semi-champagne glasses. They're not really like, you know,
all right,
with some gummies in them. The reason why the gummies are in there
I keep
because
looking at these gummies,
also, I felt that there were some champagne gummies that Trader Joe's was selling at the end of last month.
Mm-hmm.
And they were so good. And I really wanted it in our drinks, but they don't have them anymore.
Okay.
So I put these gummies.
Let me ask you something. Okay. Because once I saw the gummies, I want to know where are the rest of the gummies? Do you have like?
I ate them.
Oh.
I ate the gummy bears.
What kind of spouse does that?
They, excuse me.
Yeah. That's what
I ate the gummy bears because we didn't need that mini one. And it was a bag. It was a big bag. So I just took out a portion of the bag for a glass. We don't need a ton of gummy bears in here. But now you just wanted some on the side is what you're saying.
And so what you're trying to do, this is a setup because now you're trying to get me to hurry up and get down to the gummies. So drink it as fast as I can. So I get down to the gummies and eat it.
Yes. And this champagne is Cremant. So what happened was there was this on my food blog account, Bon Appetit. I don't know if you all know that. I don't know if I mentioned that I had a food blog on here yet.
No, I don't think so.
So I have a food blog Instagram account. It's Bon Appetit. And they had a little like post about the zodiac sign and the type of sparkling and champagne that's attached to each zodiac sign.
And this is yours.
And this was for Gemini. I looked for yours as a Scorpio, but I could not find yours because yours is Hungarian.
Yeah,
it was like some really fancy stuff. So I was surprised to find this because I've never heard of Cremant before. Mm-hmm. And Cremant is basically, it's not champagne, but it's sparkling wine apparently.
Okay.
Like these are sparkling wines, not champagne. So I said, let me bring this to kick off the new year and do our New Year's.
Pop. It's gonna pop.
I don't know what it's gonna do. It's about to find out.
What it's gonna do. Okay. Uh-oh.
I can't get it off.
I don't know. Let me get ready.
Yes, come on, work spouse.
We're not gonna get it off because it's like too slippery. What you had too much lotion on your hand and you were gripping it or something?
But I need lotion.
Okay. Oh, no, I got it.
Okay.
There you go. You was worried.
Oh, yay! Great. I guess I'll do the pour.
Yeah.
I hope it's good.
Me too.
Because we're both for in a treat. Huh?
Right. Uh-oh.
Who's the birthday boy?
My man behind.
Uh-oh, yes. See, you're right on time then. See, I'm right on time.
The
engineer's birthday is also to 6 hours. Tomorrow. Right. Oh,
where's his cup at?
Wait. I was going to say tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah. Well, bring the cup around.
Bring your cup because this champagne is smelling really, and they said it was more on the sweeter side. So I went to, you know me, I used to be a wine consultant as well.
Wine consultant. Okay.
I have many jobs. I'm going to write a book about all the jobs that I had. I promise. And I went to this, like, a local in Union Market, and it was like this wine store. Like, they have all wine that's really good. And he said this was really good. Also, really fruity. So anyone would like it.
My man up. There we go.
Yes, let's pour it up for the engineer's birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, sip it. You don't waste it.
That's all right. Oh, man. She poured it too fast. Hey, she set you up.
I did. That was my fault. That was my fault.
Straight setup.
And I also bought us some Lindt chocolates just because I didn't want to bring food. I was going to bring food.
Give me the gold. I already know the gold is.
No,
right.
you got to get one of each. One of each. So I didn't want to bring food because I figured this is a podcast and not a ASMR cast. You know what those are? It's like basically the sound of unwrapping stuff, the sound of drinking, the sounds of like opening stuff.
Yeah, that stupid thing.
Yeah. So this is Cremant. Is French. It's also the sparkling wine. So only in a region in France that they make this particular sparkling wine.
Okay.
And it's from the Champagne region. It's like the second popular style of sparkling wine from Champagne in France. Yes, in that region. Okay. Yep. So, and then yours, which is called Pezgo. I've never heard of this, but it's Hungarian. Okay. And it's like, I guess, sparkly and fizzy too. So let's cheers it up.
Let's cheers, because I want to get to this gummy bears.
You got to do it closer.
Okay, there you go.
So. Cheers.
Okay.
It's so much in here that it's not. Oh, it's not bad. David, you don't have to sip it to get to the gummy bear so fast. Just take your time.
No, it's not bad. Yeah, it's cool.
It's definitely sparkling wine more so than champagne. I can taste that. Champagne is a little bit more robust.
Oh, look at you! Look at you!
I used to be a wine connoisseur. No, it's a little bit more bolder. Usually brute, like you can really taste that dryness.
Listen to these descriptions. Yes, tell us more.
Because this is more citrusy. Don't you taste that? It's
it is more wine.
But it's light. I like that. It's not bad. Like for someone who's not really into champagne too.
I give you that.
So so I put on my sparkly sequins blazer with my Happy New Year headband to be festive because this is our first show for the new year.
First show for the new year.
Boom.
Yeah, for the decade too. Yeah.
Oh, for the decade as well. All that decade, new year, 2020. Here we are.
So, the topic today, we are going to talk about New Year resolutions. Let's talk about that. But before we get into that stuff, in our last episode, which was probably a week before Christmas, we were talking about office parties. We were talking about drinking and things like that. And as we're drinking right here.
Yes.
So
we do this every time, though.
Yeah, we do this every time. So then, we kind of got into a light debate about can an employer get in trouble for supplying, alcohol? Could they be held liable if something happens to an employee if they got into an accident at an office party? Mm-hmm. So then, I did a little light research on it, and it gives you little tips on how not to be held liable as an employer. I want to share these tips with you, and it is possible that a legal claim could come against an employer, based on a holiday party that they sponsored and provide alcohol. So one thing that you can do to avoid is make the attendance not mandatory, make it optional. Because if I'm working for you and you say we're having this holiday party, everybody must be there, then it's like I must be there.
Right.
So then therefore I must partake what's being offered. But then also before the event, ask employees, do not drink excessively, talk about, sexual harassment, things like that, prompt them and things like that. Then also you have to make sure that your staff is over the age of 21. Because you may be working for a company and you're serving someone under 21, and that could lead to deeper issues. So then also another thing is, and this is just to help out employees who do these office parties. Make sure that you're having it at a restaurant or somewhere where the person has the legal right to serve alcohol. I work for a company where we're doing meetings, but then they have a bar at the meeting site, and we can just drink at our own will. That's not going to end up good for us. That's not going to end up good for the employer because there's nobody monitoring it. Then even have plenty of food, provide transportation, and maybe use drink tickets or tokens to limit employees' intake.
Oh, tokens.
Yeah. You could do that, so there's things that you preventative measures that you should take in case, because it's not just about if I'm at an office party, not about me excessively drinking and get into an accident, then I'm going to sue the employer. But I could be excessively drinking, then I can also
So you're gonna
be inappropriate with a coworker.
You're going to hold the agency or the organization accountable for your consumption at the holiday party.
Yeah, if they don't take these precautions.
To give you a ride home.
They should give me a ride home.
They need a party bus.
Not a party bus, but if they're providing alcohol.
A party transportation bus.
If they're providing alcohol, they should also provide a way home. Especially if they're not monitoring my alcohol intake.
What if someone gets totally trashed and throw up, and then do you think people have to find a waiver to clean that up, or how they're going to reimburse the company for that?
So let's say, okay, so the company's having an office party at a restaurant, and the employee gets totally trashed, and they damage property. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm sure.
You think people should find a waiver for the office party?
No, not signing the waiver. No, I'm saying that the employer will be charged for the employee's behavior.
Oh.
It's not going to go towards the employee.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So, these are just things to think about, because, as we are getting away from the holiday parties, even though we still do office parties and things like that. And, but, one takeaway is make it optional, make them know that they don't have to be there and to partake, and also have a way for them to make it home safely without getting in an accident or sexually harassing a coworker.
All right.
So,
I mean, you did your research with this, and I appreciate that. I didn't believe you that this actually exists, and I didn't think that this was on anybody's responsibility but the people who are attending to know their consumption, because they're adults. It's not like they're babysitting minors, Like, it's not like it's a college 21 and under party. If you can drink, you should be drinking responsibly, knowing the things that can happen when you're not 21.
But people don't drink responsibly. I mean,
I know. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I agree with that. Even with
right.
now day and age with Uber, like I was thinking about when I was in college. I don't want to say anything on air that's self-incriminating, but I was like, that's the best thing that could ever happen to me was Uber. Like, I would have the best college life of my whole entire life, or my party life after college too.
Right.
Because it was none of that. It was no designated driver. Like, somebody literally had to go to the party with you and not drink. Do you know how hard that is when you're the same age as someone?
Right.
Like, okay, who's going to not drink tonight? That's a buzzkill. Then everybody around you is drunk, and you take care and babysit it. Do you know how stupid drunk people are? Even if they're not angry drunks? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
They're a little annoying when you're not drunk, too. So it's like, all right, I guess. So I didn't apply this to holiday party adults, like kids. I can see, if it was like a fun company that hired all interns or some younger kids and self-developmental stages or something, and not really professionals out of college, then but
it's like we don't know people's relationship with alcohol.
We don't. You're right. But then that's again being a responsible adult. Nobody knows that. Oh, Bob went to AA, or Susan is covering.
Also, it's like
got her chip last month. Like,
but then also people take advantage of free items. It's like, just because it's free, I'm going to drink no matter. I'm not even a drinker, but guess what? Because it's free, I'm going to partake.
Yes, that's me now.
That's anything. Oh, I don't like chocolate, but it's free. I'm going to go ahead and grab these. So people just take.
You can get me there by telling me that alcohol is going to be free. Or an open bar until 3 hours or something.
So if it's free, so then therefore, some people are like, it's a buffet. They treat it as a buffet.
Keep going until it's gone.
Just keep going until it's gone. All right. Then all of a sudden, they're just acting belligerent.
I mean, all right. I get that. I appreciate you doing that due diligence for us and looking up that so responsible article of a agency to do such.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's move on to New Year resolutions.
Resolutions. What are your thoughts about resolutions?
No, I wasn't. I was
going
to ask you. Jeez.
Okay, go ahead. Lead.
You already led, so I'm following. Actually, I don't believe them. I don't think they are important. I think they are a waste of time. I think they're not realistic, as well as the people who make them. Period. No, but That's really my thoughts as of now. Then I'll hear yours, and then I'll go and further explain why I feel that way. What do you think?
I mean, I unfortunately, you know, well, I shouldn't say unfortunately. Fortunately, I do agree with you. I mean, I think New Year's, I think it's a trick in terms of like, you know, if
propaganda,
huh? Yeah, if you want to start something, just start it. You know, if you want to start eating healthy,
that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah, just start. You don't have to wait for the New Year.
I agree
to do something. I mean, but sometimes I understand new beginnings. So New Year, and you want to measure something. Okay, I'm going to put myself on a budget this year. I mean, there's tricks, but it's back to just a trick.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's a trick. I think
what happens, like you're tricking yourself. It's like
no. Yeah. Okay, I see. Yeah. You mean like you're mind effing yourself? Yeah, I agree.
Right.
I agree with that for sure. I think when people and those who don't shoot me, guys, okay? I think you're not being realistic about this. I think this approach is all wrong, and you're going to end up in the same place next year.
Okay, I mean, that's kind of harsh.
But, I know, but this is why, and this is why I'm saying this. If, in fact, you wanted to do something different with your life or make resolutions, you would have done those things when you saw that they needed to take place at that time.
Yeah, but people are procrastinators.
People are procrastinating, and that's fine. See, that's the thing. I don't have a problem with that. I'm human. I make goals all the time, fall off the wagon, get back on. But when you decide to make something a goal or resolution, you have to then say, I have to put forth this effort no matter what. You have to be determined. Even if I fall off the wagon, I have to get back on the wagon and get back into that direction. If it was this easy to make resolutions and stick to them year after year, do you know how many people would have lost weight, bought a house, be millionaires, got a car, whatever the heck the goals are, or be more nice to people? I don't know what people make on New Year's Eve or in resolutions, because it don't make sense to me. Because like, why didn't you start that when you saw that it needed to happen? It's no possible way that you thought all those things needed to happen the next day. Like, you thought all those things that you're compiling for 1 month needed to happen probably on month 3, month 4, 6, 8. You know, like, so you had the whole year to make that correction.
People put more
emphasis on that.
Yeah, and they workload. Yes. Like the load of changes that they're going to
do. Which makes it, the point that I'm getting at is it makes it so like we're not realistic. Okay. It's so like you're not having realistic expectations, because you can know if you didn't complete that in 12 months, it's no possible way you about to do that in 1 month. Okay. You ain't about to lose 30 pounds in January. You ain't about to eat right in January too. You ain't about to get financially stable as well. Like
everything's not happening.
Anything might happen in the same month.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's be realistic. Yeah. You know how long stuff takes? Do you know how long it is to break a habit? Think about this. We wouldn't have all these rehab facilities. We wouldn't have people who have smoke addictions and all these things and need to go and check themselves in. If it was easy to quit a bad habit. Okay. So imagine how much it takes to gain a new habit and replace those bad habits with it.
I mean, it takes a lot of willpower, but you know, like
willpower and consistency.
Willpower, consistency, and depending on what habit you're trying to break, you got to have the support system. Yes. To help you with that. So, okay, I want to go over some of this information I wrote down, kind of line by line, and just kind of go over it.
What information is this?
Because you even talked about what type of resolutions do people make. We're gonna go over that, as well as why do people fail at it at their resolutions, which you already hinted towards. So it says New Year resolution is a tradition mostly common in the Western Hemisphere, of course, but also found in the Eastern Hemisphere, in which
what's the East
person.
What's the Eastern Hemisphere?
The Eastern is the non-North Americans, like the Eastern.
Who are they? Like Australians?
Yeah.
I thought they were the North. Okay, we're not going to do this geographically.
Might be.
I was not good at geography, but I do know. But I was just wondering, okay.
So it says, in which the purpose is to change an undesirable trait or behavior to accomplish a personal goal or otherwise improve their life.
Okay.
Okay. So we understand that people set goals, or they want to take out a bad habit. So it says, so there is a religious origins to this. So it said the Babylonians made promises to their God at the start of each year that they will return borrowed objects and pay their debts.
Return borrowed objects and pay their debt. What did they borrow?
I think that's interesting.
Yeah. What did they borrow? They return borrowed objects to pay their debt.
No.
Is that what it is?
No. They return borrowed objects and pay their debts. So, which is not bad. So think about it.
Okay.
So we're saying the Babylonians. So in the beginning of the year, whatever I borrowed from you, whether it was a hot comb or whether it was a freaking PlayStation 4, I'm going to return everything that I borrowed to you at the beginning of the year, and I'm also going to pay whatever debt that I owe. So if
I borrowed David's razor and borrowed $1,500, I have to at the end of the year return that to you. Okay. And as a way of starting my new year off.
Yeah, and that's their promises that they made to their gods. To me, that's not a bad thing, because there's people that borrow stuff from you. When I'm not just talking about money, like they borrowed your, your favorite, dress, or they borrowed your favorite pair of earrings, or whatever the case may be, and you're waiting for it back. People wait for things like, oh, when they're going to return that thing that I let them borrow back.
I'm just going to ask you for it when I want it back. Well, I'm not going to wait for the end of the year. You can pile all this stuff at the doorstop of mine. Right. No. What do you think this doing? So
the point is,
even my money.
Yeah. So the resolution that is,
I'm asking before summer because I want to go on summer vacations. So I need my money back.
So in order to be right with God for the Babylonians is, I have to.
Oh, this from God.
Back. Yeah.
Wait.
So it's like this.
Well, but they ain't borrowed items from God.
No, they made promises to their gods that they will.
Oh, wait. So
return what they borrowed and pay their debts. Okay,
so if I borrow something from David,
yeah,
I'm praying to my God that I will return it to David.
Not praying. It's I'm
promising.
I'm keeping the promise. Like, okay, so I can continue to be blessed. I'm going to return what I borrowed, and I'm going to pay my debts. That's how I start my new year. That's how you start a good New Year's off, and you're in one accord, and and things
David,
like that, and you're in line.
Do you hear yourself?
Yeah.
I'm saying that I'm going to return what I borrowed from David to receive good karma or fortune in my new year, right?
Yes.
Do you know what that's called? Day-to-day life?
What is that called?
That's called returning the shit that you borrowed from somebody to give it back to them so that you can move on. They're going to ask for it.
Well, yeah, but
that happens.
People don't ask for it. People forget.
People can't forget.
Because sometimes you might have something for so long,
people
and you
forget
forgot
money, though.
that
they
is.
will never listen to you again.
It's like Red forgot that Debo had his bite because he had it for so long. So it's like, in order for Debo needs to return that bite.
I don't know about the Babylonians. Yeah. I don't know if I agree with their culture.
Okay.
And this custom of returning items by the end of the year to the people that they use them from. What if I forgot? I mean, who's keeping a log? Is there some book or something that you sign out the items and sign like a library book?
Only you know, because like sometimes only you know.
So then my point is, why am I doing this at the end of the year and not throughout the year?
People don't, because people forget. People
forget. That's just
and it's not just about that. There's some things that you might have borrowed that you want to keep for yourself, but no, I got to give it back to stay blessed.
No.
Or are there some debt that I borrowed $20, even though I don't got it to pay you back, but I'm going to find it for the new year. So, okay. So then it says the Romans, they began each year by making promises to their god Janus, for who the month of January is named after. So it said
Janus, January, and who, the Romans, you said?
Yeah, the Romans. Okay. That's what the Romans believe. So it said in the medieval era, the knights took the peacock vow at the end of Christmas season each year to reaffirm their commitments to chivalry. Okay. So then we know that Christians, they do a watch night service and prepare for the year by praying and making these resolutions. So let's get into some popular resolutions. So popular resolutions is,
what was the last part? What you said something? Who did what?
So it says so Christians, they do watch night service.
I know what they do. Never mind.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know what they do.
I know what the Christians do.
Okay, you know what they do. Okay, so it says some popular resolutions are promise to donate to charities more often. Okay, I don't know what kind of resolution that is that I have.
I'm gonna let
seen.
you finish, and then I'm gonna say what I have to say. Go
So
ahead.
it says try to be more assertive. That's a good
Assertive.
assertive. That's a good resolution.
Be careful, you can lose your job. Carry on.
But that's a good resolution. Okay, so strive to be more environmental responsible. Okay,
That's a worldly issue.
You should be, but you should be that all year long. But
Thank you. All these are all year long, but I'm gonna let you finish.
I mean, no, but sometimes you gotta remind yourself to be more assertive. You know.
I'm trying not to Kanye you like how he did.
No.
How he did Taylor Swift.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
So this is a popular one. Improve physical well-being. Eat healthier food, lose weight, exercise more, eat better,
Okay.
drink less alcohol, quit smoking, stop biting your nails, get rid of bad habits.
You sound really specific. Oh, you said okay. got
Yeah,
it. We're going to really see like specific details as to.
Yeah, because these are popular resolutions. So it says, improve mental well-being. Think positive, laugh more, and enjoy life. That's a good one.
Yeah.
People need to remind themselves to do those things.
Absolutely.
Improve finances, get out of debt, save money, and make small investments. Okay. Then it says,
I can dig it.
improve career, perform better on current job, get a better job, establish own businesses.
Okay.
So, okay. I mean, these
What are
are.
your thoughts? What do you think about that list?
I think
For you
some
not
of
to be a believer.
okay. I think some of these
We're
things
non-believers trying to figure out what
Yeah.
the believers do, basically.
right. Some of these things you should already be doing. Like environmentally responsible, be more responsible. But there's some things that you have to be reminded to do.
Right.
And I give them that.
I agree with
you. So, okay, like even for me, let's say I do have, even though I don't believe in resolutions, I did have
Goals.
a goal for January and for this year is to bring my lunch to work more, which would be
You, David.
less spending of eating out.
I won't
and
believe
things
until
like
I see it.
Right. So it's it's a struggle. But
Did you do it today?
No.
Did you do it yesterday?
It's a struggle.
Did you do it yesterday?
No.
Did you do it the day before yesterday?
I need to go shopping to do it.
No. Did you do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
I have not done it this week.
Oh,
Well, but
week 1 down.
Oh yeah. Even though I
Week 1.
Right. Yeah.
January 1.
Yeah.
Gave it 0.
Yeah.
That's how that's going.
So, but the thing about it, I'm not gonna wait till next January.
Yes, you will.
No, I'm not gonna wait till next January to try this again.
You will.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
no,
you will.
No, I'm going.
You know why?
I'm gonna start
You know
Monday. Why?
Because you waited to this January.
No, because I tried it. I tried it like in November. So, and I'm gonna try it again. Start next week because it's a year. It's a year-long goal. It's not just a January goal. But
Okay. And I'm not trying to sound like a Debbie Downer or not trying to encourage you.
So you kind of, had an issue when it said try to be more assertive. Why did you have an issue with that being a
No, that was just my own personal views.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like, I feel like for women in particular, men, you all don't really quantify as this. A woman, if you tell a woman to be more assertive, it's just like, okay, we are assertive, and then if we are, then we're like, you're too assertive, then you get called the B word. It's like, it's a fine line between being assertive in certain areas of your life and not.
So you think for a woman, is it a penalty to be assertive at work
Sometimes.
as well as being assertive in your relationship?
I think sometimes it is.
Okay.
Because you have to find that balance. And also you have to have those around you who are willing to understand that you have to be assertive in certain places in your life, and they need to respect that. So it's depending on what you're being assertive about and what matters to you most when being assertive. Because if you feel like you need to be firm on financial responsibility and someone keeps asking you to financially commit to things, they need to be respectful of that you're planning to do that. You know what I mean? Like if you're being assertive about it. I don't know. I'm just trying to give some out of the blue because I don't have an example really about a woman being assertive, but I'm just thinking of how does it apply. You're being assertive, but it can come across to others that let me back off, or let me.
So you think so?
Leave us alone.
In your experience, assertiveness has backfired.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And has it backfired at work or backfired in your personal relationship, or it has backfired at? And how could you?
I'm pretty sure it has
avoid-
backfired in all of those things,
Okay.
aspects of my life at some point. Maybe more was more manageable than others, depending on what it involved. I see you getting low on champagne.
So let
I'm
me.
gonna fill you
I'm
up.
trying to get those gummies. Look at
No,
you.
the purpose of the gummies is to soak up the alcohol flavor.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead. Top yourself off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Will do.
I had a question. What was my question? My question was, okay, so when have you ever been with a guy and they said, "Oh, I want a girl that's more assertive"?
No, they ain't got to say that with me.
Right.
That
Okay.
comes with the package.
Do you think guys embrace girls that are assertive?
A certain type of man, yes. I do.
And what type of man is that?
Typically an alpha male who's assertive himself.
Okay.
Because I don't know what I'm about to say, but I think the alpha men that I have met, typically because they're doing their own thing, they enjoy to see that someone else can do their own thing too without necessarily relying on them or needing so much of their attention. So when an alpha female and an alpha male meet up, which I classify quite a bit of alpha females assertive, is more of a unionship of connectivity, of compatibility.
Okay.
But it's more so seeing how where you are assertive in ways and where I'm assertive in ways and respecting each other assertive ways in those areas. Did that make sense at all?
Yeah, that makes sense for me.
So you have to be the type of person who accepts someone's assertive ways and also know how to tell them, hey, I know that you're assertive in this way, but I'd rather take the lead on this. I'd rather be assertive in this way. Like you have to have that communication too. Because there may be some times where you be like, I know that you can do this, but I actually want to handle this. Or I'd rather do this for you. Or, whatever the case may be. Just kind of pulling that person back, because if you're so used to being a go-getter and you're going to go after what you need and don't really need someone to tell you to be assertive, you can do it innately, a part of your makeup, you know?
So then...
Which can come across intimidating and, all those other things attached to women.
So
Nobody ever calls a man intimidating, really.
But don't you feel like every person needs to have some type of assertiveness to them?
Oh, yeah. I do.
And it's crazy because it's bad to be too assertive, but then it's also
Well, I was going to say that.
bad
It's
not
like
to be assertive enough.
both sides can receive the same amount of scrutiny. And what I'm saying is a person who's too assertive going to get a lot of, backlash or criticism. Whereas someone who's not as assertive, as soon as they become assertive, they're like, what you doing? That's not how you used to be. Why are you doing this? So you get the kind of same amount of scrutiny, but on different wavelengths.
So what made you assertive? Because are you naturally assertive, or did you have to?
I'm innately assertive. Or I don't remember a time where I haven't been, even since I've been like a younger. As an adult, I have recognized in ways when I was actually like a preteen and stuff like that, and I was still assertive.
Do you feel like you're too assertive?
I don't feel like I'm too assertive. I feel like I can be too assertive, yes, but I don't feel like I'm too assertive overall. No.
Overall, okay.
Yeah. I feel like when things matter to me, I can be. But there are things that I've been and flexed to that's not that important to me.
Do you ever have to check yourself?
Oh, yeah, I check myself all the time.
All the time,
I
okay.
self-evaluate all the time in situations. As far as like someone's response to me. If someone's response to me is...
So I already know that you're naturally assertive.
Okay.
Okay.
Glad you got that. Good observation, David.
So does it impact you if you get with the guy, go out on a date with the guy, whatever, and he's not assertive? And he's like, oh, where do you want to go? Oh, wherever we're going to go, whatever, what you feeling? What you want to do this weekend? Oh, whatever, what you want to do this weekend?
In that way, yes and no, right? So if I'm dating someone and you can't decide what you want to do, why? Because we haven't done everything you wanted to do in life, right? And you're new. I'm new. Why is it that you don't know what you want to do? Right?
Yeah.
But if it's in a situation where we've been together and we went here, we went there, we did this, I could be like, oh, I'm not sure how I'm feeling. What you feeling? Then that's to me like a partnership.
Okay.
If it's in ways where, or if it applies in ways where, I don't know. I'm trying to think of another way this like assertive would actually come into play and cause a conflict.
Okay, how about this? You're out. They say you're at an amusement park with the guy.
Okay, that has happened.
And you're standing in line. You know, nobody likes to. Nobody wants anyone to cut in front of them. You know, when you're waiting for a ride. And let's say another couple just cuts in front of you guys, and your guy doesn't say nothing.
Oh.
Or are you going to encourage him to say something, or are you just going to take care of yourself? Like,
I'm going to take care of that. No.
Like, so then
no.
what?
Okay. Let me bring it back. I was joking about that. It actually depends. It depends on like how I can be witty. So I may not actually address them directly. I may address them indirectly.
Okay.
Or I may decide to be sarcastic in my approach. It really depends for me how I'm feeling.
Okay.
If I care that much, I typically don't unless we were like, we wanted the front seats. Or he said, I really like to be at the front. You know, something like that. Where I'm trying to appease him too, not just me. But overall, it's like, okay, that was rude. Really, guys? Go ahead. Get on the ride. You know, we'll be next. You know, it's like a ride. You know,
Okay.
like
you address it, but you're not going to really care about.
Yeah, like
much. Okay.
I don't. It's not to the point it matters so much to me that we're about to sit here and like
How about
ball
this? Okay.
out. Like
So same scenario. You're at the music park. You and a guy, and you're waiting in line, and you know how people have friends in front, and they like, oh, excuse me, I'm trying to get up to my friends. And let's say,
oh, I love that. I'm like, go ahead.
okay, but what if somebody was going through, they didn't say excuse me, and like the guy of the party hit you against the shoulder and kind of like you felt it readjusted you, but your guy didn't say nothing.
I wouldn't assume that he saw it. I would just assume
let's say he saw it and he said, oh, are you okay? But he didn't say nothing to the person who.
Oh, well, that's fine. If I say I'm okay and I say yes and he doesn't say anything, if I say, man, that was rude, and he say something, then I'm like, You see what I mean? Like, it depends. I don't necessarily need a guy to, and this, I'm serious. Like, okay. I want somebody who protects me, right? But that's not how I look at necessary protection. Because that, to me, can cause more issues than I actually want for us as a couple. I don't want you to get in a full-out fight with somebody in no damn roller coaster. Like, let's be clear. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like, so if it comes to the point where you just brush up against me, he can be like, I go like, yeah, it's cool. I don't even want it. Because typically for me, I don't want guys to get in fights with each other. Their fights aren't the same. Like, I don't want nobody throwing nobody on the tracks. Guys fight a little bit heavier. No offense to like, I don't know what's about the break. Like, not to say women can't either, but I just don't want my dude fighting. Like, and then I be thinking about like, I'm a forward thinker. Like, man, you're not about to lose no clearance off of this. No, like, you know, like we got a job, we got liability. You didn't even be married. Like, I don't even think about these government. Okay, let me. I still want you to get into this minute fight with an idiot. Like, we can curse him out from afar. Like, I'll be that girl, be like, yeah, babe. F you, dude. So like, we'll be like that together.
Let me change it just a little bit. Okay, so let's say same scenario, stand in line, and the guy and the couple trying to get through, and he hits your guy, and he kind of like knocks him over, and they keep going, and your guy didn't say nothing.
I would say verbatim, excuse you.
So you would speak up for your dude.
That's just me though. Like, that's like, this is me without my dude even being it. Even if I'm with my girls, it really depends on how I'm feeling. Though, be like, okay, like I'll say something sarcastic, witty. It just really depends on the mood that I'm in and how I'm feeling. But the thing about me is like, and I don't know if I mentioned this to you before, but I am not the one who starts a fight, but I will finish it. If that makes sense. You're not going to ever hear like D'Angelo started a fight with X, Y, and Z. Typically, someone has pushed me to the point of responding.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it really depends. Like, I'm not a person that still, even though like, and people, and this might be actually hard for a lot of people to hear that know me because I'm feisty, but I'm also a very logical person who's responsible for my actions. I'm not about to be out here fighting nobody in the street like they stole or killed my mama or something. You know, like, it's not that serious to me. So I may give them a little play like, oh, that was rude. You need to check yourself. You know, something like that. And it goes on. But you can curse me out. You can say all the nasty words. Do not put your hands on me. The moment you put your hands on me, we're going to have a problem. Like, blatantly put my hands on me. Like, somebody come up and go, psh, like, hit you upside your head, pluck you. And you're like, excuse you. I'm probably not even having a conversation. I'm probably just going to react.
Okay. You're at a restaurant with your guy.
Okay, here's
another
scenario.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And you guys are, getting trying to get a table, and you guys walk in, and you guys been waiting for 10 minutes, and you haven't been seated yet, and you see another couple come in. There's no reservation, so it's first come, first serve. Another couple comes in, and you see that they gave the couple
our seat.
Yeah,
our table.
Preference treatment.
And they had the same situation. They didn't have no reservations.
They had no reservations, and they came in 10 minutes after you, and they got preferred seating before you. And your guy doesn't say nothing. Does he? Does that bother? Would that bother you or no?
No.
Okay. Because are you saying because you would handle that?
David, I don't know why you asking me these things. I'm going to say something. Okay. Like the thing is because it's my lane.
So, but do you feel? Okay, sense? I understand that's
like
your
I know
lane.
how to talk to a person.
Okay, so okay, how about this?
Okay.
So you go to say something, he grabs you. Hey, no, just let it go. Don't worry about it.
I will respect that. I respect that.
Okay.
And that has happened to me.
Okay.
I've dated an alpha male before. He knew how I was. He knew how I was. He knew how much I was so much that our biggest argument was because this girl, this was in high school a long time ago, tried to hit on him, right?
Okay.
And the girl every day was in my face. He didn't know that. So when he told me the girl tried to hit on him, I was like, do you know that girl was in my face every day? He's like, I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want you to go up to her. I approached that girl at the lockers and said, you trash, why you coming? He's like, I knew you was going to do that. It got back to him. I don't know how I got back to him because I was trying to hide it from him. But I pushed her up on the lockers. She was definitely 3 times my size. But because I had a mouth on me, I knew how to handle myself physically too. But I knew she was a punk because she went behind my back and did that. So when he told me that, he was like, I didn't want to tell you because I knew I could handle. No, you can't handle her because she's disrespecting me. That's what he didn't understand.
So
if we're in the same class together, you smile in my face. And she went back to him and said she's flirting with someone in the class, like because we was in the same class. Yeah. You're being disrespectful to me and then trying to push up on my man to. Girl, I see through you. Stop playing.
So it sounds like you don't mind being the public mouthpiece for the relationship. That's your.
I'm not saying that I don't like my men to stand up for me. I'm just stating that I will do it as well. It'll be a give.
But then it doesn't bother you that if you have a guy that just so laid back and
Oh yeah, I've had that. Most of the guys that I've dated are laid back. They only kind of will speak when it's like something major to them. Like they're alpha males, but like they won't get involved until they're like, okay, I have to get involved. Does that make sense? Like, or say, okay, babe, we good. Like hold back. It's all right. I'm good. I'm chill. Let's go somewhere else. We ain't want to be here anyway. Whatever. I'm okay with that. I'm pretty even kill with that. I'm not always like out
Fall
like
back.
being loving hip hop. Like, like I'm not always. I'm not hype women. Like I'm not doing all that because I'm a lady. So I'm not doing all that. I'm a lady.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I'm a lady.
Okay.
I'm not doing all that. I don't need to do all that. And I feel like you can address something or customer service or someplace where you've been mistreated in a very, very professional way without being loud and rude.
Okay.
And that's how I address it. I'm not addressing these people by yelling at them or something like that, or even if I'm at an amusement park.
Okay. So let's get back to the resolution thing and back to the topic. I know we.
What type of guy are you, David? What will you do in all these situations?
No, I think the older I get, the more assertive I get.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, because even the
older
I get,
David, how does that look for you?
Because I'm just more sure about myself the older I get.
Oh, nice. I like that.
So it's like, and I know what I would stand for, what I don't want to stand for, what I want to speak up for.
So will you do those things in that situation? Like if you're with your kids or you with your wife? Like,
well then there's calculation. So
right.
let me give you an example.
Do the math.
Because you got to do the math.
Yes.
And the reason why you said kids, because, people have...
a protection layer that they cover their kids under.
Yeah, but then also
older.
I was going to say that when you're driving, people have... What's that? Road rage.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have road rage when I have my kids.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
Just because you just don't know what another driver might do. So
you're right.
If somebody cuts me off, I'm with my kids, I suck it up.
Okay, you're right about that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I hate it, but I have to suck it up because I can't put my kids in danger. Now, if I'm by myself, I can act a fool.
You put yourself in danger. Okay,
Even though that's
noted.
bad, then I put myself in danger. Right. I'll act a fool. Then somebody look at me crazy. I look crazy back at them, roll my window down, whatever what you want to do. But you still gotta weigh it out because
True story.
different areas depending on what area you're in too. Don't be doing it.
You're right. I was going to say when you made me think of something when you said that.
Yeah.
I had an ex, right? Mm-hmm. And he told me not. I had rage at this time.
Okay.
It was when I first got my license. Around the time I first got my license, I got my license when I was 15, so it had to be like I was in high school, senior or something like that. And he was like, "Don't have that much rage to people on the road because you don't know how crazy they are."
Correct.
Right? So I was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. He was like, no, true story. My great aunt, she went to a mall parking lot or something and she didn't get a spot and then they tried to come to her at gunpoint. I was like, wow, that's crazy. You think like that's crazy. That's anomaly. It doesn't happen to everybody. So one time I was at Bowie Town Center.
Okay.
And somebody stole my parking spot.
Okay.
I was waiting for the parking spot first, and someone stole my parking spot. And I pull up, and I was just like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Literally, they pulled into the parking spot. The driver and somebody on the passenger side got out and opened the back door, and they posted up outside. I said, oh!
Yeah.
I was like, I'm out of here. And that was like the real life example for me. I was like, yeah. Got it. Noted. I'm out.
And sometimes, you have to read it because sometimes if they're that bold,
they did it so quick though. I mean, they didn't have nothing in their hands. Yeah. But the fact is, like, why y'all getting out from the front? Yeah. And then open up the back like the child safety lock on. And what are you doing?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, he was right. Got it. And I told him about that. I was like, you were right about that. Because I'll go back and tell you, like, you were right. I was wrong, and this will happen. No, they won't do it again.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, you.
But again, that was in my younger days. Now I don't make them I make calculated risk now.
You really gotta think about it.
Even when you're by yourself. And I was with a group of friends, and they were like, they was like, everybody's in the car was like, let's go. Like they were so scared. So
if you're gonna ride the horn or somebody, be ready for what they retaliation. You don't know
what they have in the car, in the glove compartment.
Yeah. So
nothing. So yeah. But. So that's good to know, but I think it's also for me just a toss up of like what it is. If we're at a big food festival and we're in a line, and I see a bunch of people cutting in front of me trying to get my food, I'm yelling
because
I'm ready to eat you. I'm hot. The line long. Don't keep busting in front of me. Like really, but it may not be that serious. You know what I mean? Like I'm in a food festival. I just want to get a drink. I just want to get some tacos, like that. Like, so I'm not fighting every time, but sometimes it's just really how I'm feeling. Like, if I'm feeling good, I'm good. All right. I can sit here. If it's hot, it just really depends, honestly.
So, do you have, even though you're the one, well, I'm against New Year's resolutions too. Do you have anything that you're trying to do different this year?
I have goals, right?
Okay, goals.
I always have goals, though. So, another true story. Doing a lot of true stories at the beginning of the year. Ladies and gents, co-workers and co-sisters and brothers and fathers and mothers and grandparents and stuff. I used to have monthly vision board meetings.
Okay. I know. Okay. I'm familiar with that.
I started these meetings because
Okay. These vision board meetings, is this like a new thing that started maybe like 3 years ago? Is this like a new thing or have people been doing this for years?
Vision boards?
Yeah.
Vision boards has been out for a while. People
like in terms of meetings, like having groups, girls and our guys come together and just.
I think it's been out for a while.
Okay.
I think I'm taking the responsibility for coining it for every month. Okay.
Okay, every month.
Because I felt that what happened, just as we talking about New Year's resolutions, I felt that every year we make new resolutions and we don't follow through with them. And then the next year we do the same thing and write on the vision board and never visit the vision board again. So how about we do that each month and hold ourselves accountable for those goals and the success and then we have accountability partners to say, hey, did you ever get back to that person on that? Did you ever do that? And my friends love the idea. Oh, my friends love the idea to the point now, even today, I have a one or two friends that are like, we should do this again because I have not been able to do this. I haven't been able to do that because this is how goals are attained. constantly doing things, constantly being reminded, constantly having a support system.
I agree. I like that.
And
I
we
like
should we should kind of like push that forward. Not one day a year or not one vision board for the whole. I ain't the vision board for the whole. Who can put a whole vision for the whole year on one board? That's a joke in itself. The idea.
Okay.
So I would have monthly vision board meetings. Everyone would go around and say what they wanted to accomplish within that month. Then, of course, you have open up for other discussions. I then even invited, I have friends in different areas and expertise. I invited a friend who was a financial advisor. Mm-hmm. She came and spoke to us about being financially responsible. Everyone was able to ask their questions. I invited a person about, anything of your interest that would help you obtain your goals for the month. It was really about networking with each other. We all know somebody that knows somebody. If they can come in and talk to someone who can help them achieve their goals, why not bring it to everyone to help them?
Yeah,
that's really what creating goals and achieving them look like. You ain't about to achieve that in just 2 months, because you're going to put that away and it's going to be gone, and then you're going to come back and you be like, what the heck is going on? I forgot about it. And there's no accountability partner. Like, I feel like with goals, you need an accountability partner every single time, or something reminding you, because life gets in the way.
Life gets in the way. Okay, no, I like that idea. So it makes me think about there's this report in 2014. Oh. And this report is just about New Year's resolution and the success rate and things like that, mm-hmm. and why people fail. So it says in 2014 report, 35% of the participants who failed their New Year's resolution admitted that they had unrealistic goals.
Oh, what I said.
Okay.
That's what I said, right? It's unrealistic.
Okay.
In the beginning, remember I said, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. 33% of the participants didn't keep track of their progress.
See? Accountability. Okay. Oh, damn it. Pay me my money right now. Okay. I need my coins. Where the offering plate?
Okay. 23% forgot about them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Same thing.
Then about 10% claim they made too many resolutions.
Boom. Everything I said is why nobody should make these resolutions unless they first create a tribe to hold them accountable, remind them of it. And this was the sermon on 12 o'clock service on New Year's Eve.
All right.
The pastor said.
Tell us what the sermon said.
He said we can make all these goals we want to, but ain't nothing going to happen if you don't plan to make a plan to execute them.
Yeah.
I said, amen, hallelujah to that.
Yeah.
Because that's true. That's exactly what everybody's doing. They're jotting down everything they want to achieve, but no plan on how to achieve it. We'll see you next year with the same plans.
That is true.
I hate to be that person. Yeah. I'm just keeping it real, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to see you next year with the same plans because you ain't making no plan on how you going to achieve it.
I mean, I feel like every year, it's just every New Year resolution should just be make better decisions.
Make better decisions to execute those plans that you wrote down. Yeah. Period. That's what David's saying.
Yeah, but what
that's David take away.
Yeah, but your plan in terms of accountability and having a team to kind of remind you, because if you come to the table and, hey, you were supposed to get this done this month, what happened? Yeah. Then, it's kind of like, oh man, these people are relying on me to have progress, and it's like it looks. And
you feel good. You feel that for yourself. Like you feel like, dang. Yeah. I gotta come here prepared to say an accolade, prepared to top off my achievement, or prepared to say progress. Right. When I don't, it makes me work that much harder to do so if I'm already in that mindset. I'm not saying anyone who's not already in that mindset, Yeah, and you have to be like-minded individuals who have goals to achieve.
And you can't be have the mind to quit just because your peers are putting pressure on you to complete the task that you laid out for yourself.
I think it goes back to not being quitting. I think people don't quit. I think it's more so like what you said, procrastination. But I think it's because there's nothing there to hold them accountable. Like if David, if you told me and said, I want to do $1,000, I want to make $10,000 this year. Right. I'd be like, David, I'm going to lunch. You can't
Right.
that we can save that money. Think about that. That's $100 a week right there.
And-
I'm holding you accountable
True.
for making a better decision to not spend money
Right.
on lunch.
Yeah, and when you share your goals,
Yes.
the people that you share it with can help you achieve it, like remind and give you another ways how to achieve it. 'Cause
Exactly.
You may think that I can only go achieve this goal by going this way, but they may tell you, hey, you want to actually go
Because
this
of
way.
Resources.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So yes.
Close us out. You're like,
Don't make New Year's resolutions.
okay.
That's what I'm gonna say starting this year. Don't
Yeah.
make New Year's resolutions that you're not gonna hold yourself accountable for. Period.
Right. And my closing, whatever what you want to do, it can start today, it can start tomorrow, but you need to have some type of progress and accountability.
A plan,
And
as the
plan.
pastor said.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't attach everything to January. Don't.
Because you ain't gonna get nowhere.
Yeah. Other than that,
I wish you the best though. Yes, coworkers. So our first episode of the new year. Happy New Year again.
Happy New Year.
Make realistic plans. If you need an accountability partner, tell us. Let us know. We'll help you out. We can be accountability partners.
Yes, but then also you could hit us with a message of some of your New Year's resolution if you just still don't believe.
Yeah,
us
you
and
can tell
wanna-
me.
Yeah,
I'm
We'll-
open to
we'll read it.
reading some on air as well. I would love to know, what are your New Year's resolutions?
Yeah.
I would really like to know. All right. So until next time, coworkers. Hey, I'm D'Angela.
And I'm David, and we're work spouses. Yep, you heard it right, but not the type that you're thinking of.
We realize you spend more time with people at work than you do with the people you love most.
We're going to discuss the interactions such as the games played at work, building the right and avoiding the wrong relationships. D'Angela and I, we're currently work spouses.
Join us each week as we testify, help, and complain about work in corporate America.